I've been there, okay? Being in the friend zone is like getting rejected for a job interview and then the employer is calling you up every day telling you how amazing the person they hired instead of you is. If you watch this video, by the end of it, you will know how to never get into the friend zone again and how you can potentially get out the friend zone. Because unlike these other dating coaches on YouTube, I don't make promises, okay? I cannot guarantee you that I'll get you out the friend zone. No one can, but I can give you the best possible tips too. So listen up. The easiest way to stay out the friend zone is to show premise and intent from the start. Now, what is premise? Premise is the nature of the relationship between the two of you. You want the premise of the relationship to be non-platonic. And the way you do that is through showing intent. Now, showing intent is making dirty jokes, is making plans, is speaking about you two in a way that friends wouldn't speak about each other, or making plans that friends wouldn't do. Now, I get asked quite a lot, how do I show intention without being too needy? Because the reason a lot of people don't want to show intention is because they're scared they're going to come across needy. Well, what you do is you take a frame called the buyer frame. The buyer frame is one that, if I was to go buy a Ferrari, which I will be one day, okay, mark my words. If I was buying a Ferrari and I'm going to splash out, let's say 200 grand, I'm going to go to that Ferrari shop, speak to the dealer, see the wheels, see the inside of the car, see the engine size. I'm going to check everything out I can about this Ferrari before I buy it. Moreover, I'm not sold about buying the Ferrari until the dealer sells it to me, but I'm still very interested. I'm intrigued about the Ferrari, but I'm not going to buy it until it has been sold to me because I have questions, I have things I want to find out. That's exactly how you show intent without being needy. You take the buyer frame, which is when you're speaking to them. You're analyzing them, you're finding out what's interesting about them, but you are not yet sold. You have not yet paid the deposit for the Ferrari, okay, because you are still trying to figure it out. That is how you show intent and premise without coming across needy. And if you do that from the start, one of two things will happen. Number one, they don't see you that way. They'll outright reject you, and then you can cut your losses short, not be that invested, and 5 years into the friend zone, loving your best friend. Number two is they go along with the premise and the frame that you have put, the narrative you've put, which is non-platonic, they go along with it. Big green flag, we are good to go. If you could talk about rebellious things like tattoos, alcohol, sex, dark stories, it's this rebellious nature. It's the kind of conversation topics you want to be on to get someone in the right mood. Now, how do you get out the friend zone? This is such a difficult question because it's so situational, dependent on your specific scenario. The short answer I have for you is if it has been an extremely long period of time that the dynamic has been like that and they're talking to you about people they're speaking to and sleeping with, it can be difficult because how do you undo years of conditioning and years of narrative on the relationship you guys have? It's possible. The only way I've seen it happen is if you guys had a certain amount of time apart and you come back different. You'll notice when you haven't seen your friend for a while, or you haven't seen someone you're dating for a while, when you see them again after a few weeks or few months, you're not instantly comfortable with them yet. You're reassessing them. You're reassessing their vibe. You're reassessing their character. It takes you a little bit of time before you're fully comfortable with them again. And then after maybe a meeting a few times, then you're cool again and it's like back to old times. Well, we need to emulate that reassessment phase where someone hasn't seen you for a while and they're reassessing you. They're like, has this person changed? Like, what's going on here? And I want them to think you have changed. Okay, so we need to somehow, this is for you to figure out. Okay, I don't know your situation well enough, but you need to somehow work out a way to be apart for a little bit. And when you come back, bro, you're going to be swagged out, or girl, you're going to be doled out. Okay, you're going to be dressing good. You're going to be eating good, you would have worked out, you would have done everything, and for yourself as well as for them. And when they see you, you could just say you're taking a break from the socials, whatever. I don't recommend doing this much stuff for a person, but if you've clicked on the video, you must obviously be in love with someone you consider a friend. So have some time apart, and when you come back, you're gonna have that sauce, okay? You're gonna take that all over you. You're gonna be dappered out to the T, okay? And they're gonna reassess you. And then you're going to start saying the non-platonic stuff. Then you're going to start making jokes, okay? This can go bad. Please, if it goes bad, don't come slate me, okay? I'm just trying to help.
It's very difficult to get out of a relationship that has been the narrative for a long period of time. But if you are going to do it, there needs to be time apart. And when you come back, you need to have a more aura, desirability. You need to be more desirable. If you're a girl, you need to be more feminine. If you're a guy, you need to be more masculine. Okay, you need to something significant, and you also need to change your appearance a little bit, because this makes it easier for someone to see the new version of you as a different version of you, okay? Because now you're acting different and you look different. It's very easy to attribute a upgraded version of you. So good luck. Much easier to stay out of the friend zone than it is to get out of the friend zone. Do you know what I'm trying to say? If you are in those situations, I feel you, okay? And we all salute you. Wish you the best of luck on your journey to try get out the friend zone. If you would like to get your specific scenario analyzed, I've put a link in the description for my one-to-one coaching. I'll talk to you about your specific scenario, and I will be honest, okay? If it's a lost cause, your specific scenario, I'll just refund you the money, all right? But try this out. Try it out. Thank you guys, and see you in tomorrow's video, because right now I'm dropping daily and consistent content. Okay, I'm going to be the most consistent dating coach on YouTube this year.